On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Whether it's a voice call, message, or sending a password. To WhatsApp, it's all just this. So whether you're sharing the streaming password in the family chat or trading those late-night voice messages that could basically become a podcast, your personal messages stay between you, your friends, and your family. No one else. Not even us. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
A massage chair might seem a bit extravagant, especially these days. 8 different settings, adjustable intensity, plus it's heated, and it just feels so good. Yes, a massage chair might seem a bit extravagant, but when it can come with a car, suddenly it seems quite practical. The all-new 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan, packed with premium features like available massaging front seats, it only feels extravagant.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Cierra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Cierra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Cierra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Cierra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
I knew it. Another Herdat Media production.
Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
So on today's episode, we are covering episode 28, 29, and 30 of Love Island, or should I say Friendship Island?
Or should we say the worst season island I've ever seen? Like last endings or all these last episodes, I want to kill myself.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's really bad. And I'm excited though to get your thoughts because it like validates everything I felt about everyone. So I'm super excited to hear from you. By the way, I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, but like I work, so I'm not working there.
Oh, I know. I was gonna grab lunch with you.
Oh, no. I can't do that tomorrow. Mondays.
Why?
Mondays are strict days, but you can go and like Val will be there.
No, but I thought I'm gonna be in Birmingham tomorrow.
I know, but like no, like I can't play around this week. Like last week, I like did a lot where like I left early, like did this because we were trying to open, and like I even told Val, I was like, you can't bother me tomorrow. Like I need at least Mondays. Like I always act proper.
Oops, I don't know. I really did. You guys just like feel that energy from her? That was disgusting.
No, I know, but why are you gonna be in Birmingham?
Because you guys, like I am like gray central. I have so much grays in my hair. And so I actually took tomorrow off. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to a salon in Birmingham and get a color. And so I figured I'd like come see you after.
Yeah, like maybe I can like say hi to you. Like
I can't spend
time. Yeah, like I can't spend time tomorrow. I promise.
Ay, por favor. I don't know. You're about to get some bad.
Go see Valley Boy though. He'll be so happy.
Yeah, well, I'll for sure do that because I want to stop by at the store. So I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna like send her a threatening text message later when we're not recording this. So but let's get into it because I am just so shocked. And for all those people who are annoyed with us doing Love Island recaps. It finishes on July 13th. So you guys, it's just one more week of this. I mean,
Yeah.
we're still doing the same amount of episodes. I did want to correct us, Chantel. I said that, and you agreed with me that the Valley, it was the season finale last week. No, it's
Yeah.
not.
I know. I think we try to correct ourselves on Patreon. And I was like, yeah, someone told us
Okay.
on Patreon it wasn't. And then like you looked it up and it still said it. And so then we were like left confused. I think the biggest problem is that we put that in our title.
Oh my
I know
gosh.
we need to change that. We need to change that.
Oh my gosh, that's bad. Okay, wow. Well, before we get into things, I saw this weekend on Saturday they do, I don't even know, the After Sun or something that was cut off that we never saw when Nick went up to the podium and they told Nick, you know how like they were reading what people were saying in the mail. Nick had 3 cards, Chantel, where it said, you need to stop pissing all over the seat and peeing all over the toilet seat. He had 3 cards and he looked embarrassed, but like, I don't play with that. Like, that's not funny to me. And you're a grown man, and I don't play about my bathroom or my toilet. Hence why me and my husband have separate toilets, because I don't play about that. And I, since growing up, have had a fear of toilets just because, like, I feel like people are dirty and don't care. And to me, it's a respect thing. If you are literally living with people and there's 2 toilets and you're sitting there pissing to the point that there's 3 people complaining, this wasn't like them clowning. Like, he looked mortified. But the fact that everyone's clocked this about him and he does it and thinks it's okay, like, you're dirty.
Yeah, no, that's like we've talked about how there's only 2 and like imagine both of them having pee stains everywhere. I would cry. I would literally not be okay.
And I guarantee they were being generous with that too. Like, I guarantee they were just saying like it was pee stains, but God knows what else. But like, he did look mortified and embarrassed, and it's like, yeah, you should.
Yeah,
Like,
because
have
it's not
some
like,
respect.
it's not like they can be drunk and like, guys are drunk and like they go in and they're just peeing everywhere. It's like they could barely drink. So it's like you're doing that on purpose. Like literally aim and don't be nasty and clean up after yourself.
No, I thought it was so disgusting hearing that. I don't know why it bothered me so much, but I was just like, ew. So I
They
just had
used to, it's funny because the UK, like, instead of us having an off day, like, like one off day, like I think on Wednesdays, like UK would have one episode literally for Never Before Scenes. And like, that's like when they would show those and it's like a full hour. People loved watching them. I never did because I just wanted to get to the nitty gritty, but people loved watching those episodes.
I like that stuff. So I honestly would. But this was just like they do a brief one. But
Yeah,
another
but they
thing,
used to do like a full episode.
yeah. Oh, actually, I'll go over this later because we have to talk about this episode. But yeah, I just wanted to address that because like on my life, it validated like why Nick is disgusting to me. Thank you. Not even kidding. That stuff I never say sorry for. I think that's so gross and so disrespectful. Okay, so this episode, I think it was episode 28. It starts with Ace and he's drained, you guys. So this comes following America's like favorite and stuff. And he's drained.
I think this follows everyone like doing those cards.
Wait, what cards?
Like the cards, not America's favorite. It's like the cards of
Oh, the mail stuff.
Yeah, the mail stuff. It's not it's not
Sorry, you're
America's
so
favorite
right.
yet.
Sorry. Yeah, you're so right. I am so sorry, you guys. I got confused because there's been 3 episodes since we've talked about it. But yeah, the episode starts with Ace. He's drained, but low key, I feel like he is just so shook that he was called out for the first time ever. And he's like, fuck, if Austin's calling me out with that, what if America thinks that? Or what if they put that in America's head about me? And I don't want anyone to think that because I'm America's favorite. That and nothing more, like not even about the Shelly stuff. I feel like he was like consumed with like, what if Jeremiah now thinks I'm a hater? Like, I'm not hating on you.
Yeah, he's just so embarrassing. Like everything about how he reacts to things, like it's such a game to him. And I don't know how anyone has not picked that up yet, because like we'll talk about especially this episode, like what I saw. It's like everything is calculated to him because he already knows what it feels like to have followers. So he knows what people are thinking and saying and how that shapes him. So that's all he's thinking about. It's not like he's someone that has 0 followers. He literally had like 800,000 followers going to the show. So he knows better.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then in the episode, Olandra is basically warning Clark. And it's hard because she's warning her And I don't like when women do this because it's like he moved completely different with this woman than he did with you. So, and it was because like you were not the one to him. So now he really likes someone. So he's going to move differently. So the warning is like such a weird thing to me. And I've actually had this in my life where, I was with a guy who they, I don't even want to say it actually, just in case.
Listen, I think like last episode, we really forgot to like have, the back of not Alandra's back a little bit, but like in the sense of like, I think we were being really nice about Taylor. Like, hell yeah, he's going after his feelings, which is true. You guys, the reason why though, I feel like, and you correct me if you're wrong, is that when they came back initially from Casa, when she first saw that, she had every opportunity, and when he also chose Clark, she had every opportunity to kind of go off on him and go like say her feelings, like really show him like that's so messed up that you just move that way, like F you. But she waited way too long. So when she waited way too long, it's like gave Clark and Taylor so much more opportunity to form a genuine connection, and now we see it, and now we're like, okay, I'm here for it. Like he really does like her. He acts so different with her. I literally see this puppy love, and it's like, how can you not like that, especially when you're watching Love Island?
Right.
Yeah, it's messed up he screwed it over, but like it's like, he really genuinely likes this person, so I don't think there's anything to warn. He really just like fell for someone more. He didn't play you dirty. Like, you guys weren't closed off. You guys weren't any of this. You saw it when you came back to Casa. You literally saw it. And like, you had the opportunity to say something to him if you wanted to.
And Love Island, again, really tried its best to give Alandra exactly what she wanted in a man when it came to Jalen, and she didn't take it. So that's the only hard thing to feel like, where it's like, I really can't feel bad about it. Jesus.
Jalen and Jeremiah did like a live together, and Jeremiah was like, would you get back with, like, if Alandra came to you, would you like, yeah, would you take her back? And he said no. And Jeremiah was shook. He's like, really? He's like, yeah, like, no, like I wouldn't, because like, I think for him, it's like, you had your chance.
I mean, and look, he left the show and he came out so on top. So he's like, I'm so good. And I'm sure he's getting so many of his DMs blown up. So he's like, I'm good.
And then Jalen asked Jeremiah about Andrenia, and like Jeremiah's like, listen, like I don't think so, especially what I just saw. I think he was mad that like she kind of just said that he was like loved, like he was moving too fast with her. I don't know, but he was like, I don't know. There might have to be a conversation, but like he didn't say no 100%, but he definitely did not say yeah.
Yeah. So following this episode, I love that Iris was so supportive to Amaya after the whole mess, because she was like, distraught over everything. And Huda looks drained and she's alone. Like she's literally on the out. And, you do feel bad when you see that. And I love that Amaya, she's just a really good person. Like she sees whether Huda's doing it for attention or not. Like she sees Huda out on the outs and she points it out and she wants to check in on her in front of everyone. So no matter like who you are and if you're in the wrong, you never want to feel iced out like that. But I just want to make this clear. Like, I never thought that there was an issue with Huda exploring Chris, even if Shelly wanted to explore Chris too.
No. And then, what's crazy is like following these episodes, like, this whole like, Shelly saying like to Huda, you made it seem like it was for me. Like everyone went back to those clips, and like, I don't know if I sent it to you too, because like I even forgot. And like literally Huda tells her, like, I'm doing it for me, but I'm also doing it for you. Like she never once said I'm just doing it for you. She literally said that I have a connection with him too, and I'm bringing him back for me and for you.
Yeah. Throughout this episode too, Shelly is like, you know what? She's frustrated with Ace, and she clocked Ace because she's like, Ace does all these great things, but he still tells her he wants to be open. So Shelly's like, what do you expect me to do? I'm going to act open. But Ace knows, everyone knows that she would love nothing more than to be closed off. And he just wasn't doing that. And in this episode, Alandria approaches Huda, and so does Shelly. They finally have a conversation. And listen, I want them to get along. So for me, like, and also because of social media being so toxic, it's so obnoxious being like team this, team that. So I want them to get along. So I'm glad that they were able to speak. A lot of people are upset because as far as Shelly, like only Huda apologized and Shelly didn't, but they both like agreed to move on. And sometimes like you do have to be the bigger person. So Shelly could have apologized, but it doesn't matter because Huda was like good with it. So if Huda's good with it, why is America not good with it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I just like, even watching like Huda apologize and be like, I love you. I'm just like, oh my God, Huda, shut up. Like she just bothers me, you guys. But like, But like I am, just like you said, like it should be what we're used to is like the girls always getting along. Sometimes they'll have little arguments, the boys getting along, and then like finding your favorite couple. Like that's what's fun. And then a little messiness, but not like something where it's to the point where like girls are fighting and making other girls feel uncomfortable. Like that should never be the case when you're living with someone like that every single day.
So after watching episode 30, I'm literally laughing at the gameplay that everyone's playing.
Oh
Because
my God,
in,
stop.
in this episode, you guys, though, Amaya has a conversation with Zach, and he just sounds so fucking dumb. I knew he was like a joke from the beginning. And he says that he never wanted to kiss her, and he just did it because she asked. And he was such a different person from when he came into Casa. Now he's showing his true colors until we will see later on how much that changed and why it changed.
Like the fact that you go from like 3 boys like cussing you out basically to 3 boys loving on you is like, oh my God, you guys are so obvious.
I swear, it's so bad. Melissa on our Patreon, she actually pointed out how Cierra wasn't shown at all the first half of the show, which is crazy. And this comes following the post that she made with a racial slur. So and at this point, instead of kicking her out following the racial slur, it sounds like they're kind of icing her out. They're not going to show her. Now it's challenge time, and Ace is excited about what America may think of him. He said he's been doing good, and he said that he's the most genuine. This game was completely different than what we've ever seen on Love Island. I don't feel like I'm watching Love Island. Everything is different. The games are different, but I feel like because no one is closed off, they feel like they need to do it this way.
Yeah, and like, but that's also different. And like, and at this point, like, you know, after this episode, it's like you're sending everyone home that can be forming real genuine connections. Like, who else is left there at this point? Then, you know, it's like they're making it so they're from the beginning, they've been throwing people away that could have at this point have been closed off with people. And it's like it's their fault and it's America's fault.
Yeah. So in this weird ass challenge, you guys, I was like, I'm not even interested in it.
I didn't even like the questions, but I did like how they wanted them to put themselves in the lineup first, because you saw everyone's true colors, like who really people think, you know, they think who's the most genuine, who they don't. And it's like, you guys have like big egos and big heads, you know? And then like, I loved when they got like humbled real quick.
Yeah. Well, Ace and Shelly went to the front for everything, and you guys, they were at the end for everything. And Pepe was shook when he found out he was the most genuine. And Ace was shook that he was second to last. And he's like, he says he wished he could have gotten more constructive criticism, but Ace, my dude, Austin tried to do that. So what? Like he tried to do that, and he was so defensive.
Sometimes when people are like, I wish I got like, it's a good thing for people to act that way, but also when people say like, I want the constructive criticism, it's like, just own it, just take it on the chin. That's it. You don't need more construction criticism.
Yeah,
this is not a job. Okay, like get over it. You're not gonna know why America's doing that.
Of course, Ace was dying when Ace found out that America thought Amaya is the most trusted out of all the girls, and it's like, I don't know. Did you see his face and what he said?
And then like the way that everyone else was like thought like Shelly was gonna be in. She's like, I don't see any secrets. It's like the way that this is when I loved Amaya, because she strutted up there. She's like, heck yeah, like, you know, and like I'm happy for her that she got that. But like, of course he's jealous. He like literally like couldn't wait to like diss her every moment.
I just want to say that I was so damn annoyed that America voted Taylor and Clark at the end, because Clark did nothing wrong. Why are we all hating on her? This is the true meaning of what Love Island is about. They follow their heart. So it's not cool. It makes zero sense that they were at the end for everything. And to me, it was just like, man, America really ruined the show.
I think for Taylor being at the end, it's like a little bit like, okay, yeah, you messed up. Like you kind of did it a little dirty. But like for Clark to be in the end is so messed up, because like she didn't even do anything. She just like showed up, and you know, that's what her job was.
Yeah. So the last challenge they say we're going to do. So Clark and Taylor, just so you guys know, they get voted at the last for everything. Then they say we're going to vote 3 men who were least favorite and 3 women who were least favorite. And then it was Austin, Taylor, TJ, Grayson, Alandria, and then
no, not Alandria. It was Grayson, Jaden, and Andrenia.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I wrote that and I put L instead. Wait, who was the other one? I forgot.
Jaden.
Jaden. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And again, the whole point of the Love Island is to keep people with real connections, not friend, not people exploring. So it was crazy to see this, because at the end of the day, TJ and Iris are like actually into each other. So it's like TJ should have not been there, or they should have not said that that's who's going to go home. At the end of the day, it should have just been whoever was the least favorite couple, like should have went home. And it's like the last 3 favorite couples, that's who should have been voted out, and that couple leaves. But
Yeah,
I think they wanted more people to get out.
It's so crazy. Like, we're 8 days away from the finale. Like, at this point, you guys, like, it should be based on couples. Like, why are we still playing the game of favorite girl, favorite boy? It's so silly to me. Like, that was even a vote. Like, it literally should be based on couple. And just like you said, like, we like Iris and TJ together. A lot of people don't like TJ. Like, they think he's a tool. They think he's like boring. Whatever.
I don't like TJ, Chantel, but I like that they
like
have
them
a
in
real
a couple.
connection.
Yeah. So like you would vote for them together because you like them together. So it's like the fact that we are eliminating people or putting them in the bottom and eliminating people who actually have connections. Like what like, no wonder this episode tonight was like the worst episode ever. Cause like, who is there? Like, who actually has a connection? You guys, Ace and Shelly are going to win because they're the only ones that actually have a connection.
I know, but it's such bullshit.
Exactly.
But it makes me sad because he and Iris had top 3 potential.
Yeah.
And then Austin, I don't care. Austin should have stayed too, not just because he was an OG, but because he finally found a genuine connection. And he was all in when it came to him and Jaden. And then Taylor and Clark absolutely deserved to stay because they have actually, out of anyone, the strongest connection where they're so into each other.
Yeah.
And then you have
the boy category was so hard. Like, who would you save out of the boys? Was like, I was just like, I don't know who I would save.
Yeah. So here's where it didn't make sense to me at all, you guys. So this is how you know Love Island producers definitely rigged this episode and rigged America's voting. And I get why. Like, I'm not throwing shade on them for doing this. They knew they couldn't count on America to vote based on the actual premise of the show, you know, keeping people who are finding real connections. So think about this. Clark and Taylor were voted least in just about every single category. Clark was called the least genuine, least trustworthy, worst couple. And they were all the way at the end, the last one. And yet somehow Clark wasn't in the bottom for least favorite person.
I know.
Like, only Taylor was. How is she at the end for every single one except this category? And it's not even like, you guys, she wasn't like the least 3. Like, she was the least number 1. So how does she not get voted in for this in the least 3? Listen, I'm happy she didn't, but I'm like, wait, this is so shady. And keep in mind, Ace was the bottom 3 for every single one. Yet we didn't see Ace in the last 3. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is literally so fucking rigged. So I feel like producers clearly intervened to keep Taylor safe, because if both he and Clark were in the bottom, there'd be no guarantee that Taylor would survive the vote. And while I see the manipulation, I'm not mad at it. Taylor, you guys, like, at the end of the day, Taylor, he could have played it safe. He could have stuck with Alandra just for optics, but he didn't. He followed his heart. He finally found a genuine connection after literally forcing it with Alandra. And that's what the show is supposed to be about. So, I mean, for me, this has been the most frustrating, because the new audience, they don't seem to understand how Love Island works. It's not about building like these friendships and exploring everyone. It's not like a popularity contest, you know. Was TJ anyone's favorite? No, but he should have been there. And I think that Taylor and Clark earned their spot. You know, we have Elon and Zach, and they have zero connection, and the finale is around the corner. So why are we doing this? Like, none of this made sense at all. And they totally rigged it. They protected Ace. They should have, they protected Clark. And I'm happy that they did, but it's also like, then don't rely on America voting. And also, I don't like, because all these people are playing a game, that they know what America is thinking, because it changes everything for them.
You know what, though? The one thing I like, the whole Ace thing, yeah, maybe, but he is an OG, but then they put both Taylor and Austin in.
Who are an OG, which is crazy.
Yeah, I can see them protecting Ace. I don't see them really protecting the Clark thing, because if you do think about it, the bottom 3 girls really were like the bottom 3. Like, Jaden wasn't really that popular. What's her name? The other girl wasn't that popular. And then Andrenia, like, everyone kept calling her boring. Like, she was like a little more popular than the rest, but like, she was also boring. So like, I can see like those votes being very close.
But Chantel, the thing is, if Ace was bottom 3 for every single category, how would he not be bottom 3 for this category?
I'm shocked that he wasn't.
If Clark was literally bottom 1 for every single category, you're telling me that she's not bottom 3?
No, the ace thing for sure. Like, I definitely think that producers intervene on that one.
I think the Clark thing even more because Clark was literally at the end for every single one, but conveniently, she's not even bottom 3, but she was at the end. And I'm like, they knew that at the end of the day, they need connections. And it wasn't a guarantee that if they, let's say, kept TJ, that TJ was that people were going to vote for TJ because TJ's like newer. They don't have that relationship with him, but most people would go behind Taylor if you really think about it. And that's how it worked out. And so this was like hard because they had each Islander go behind the person that they want to stay. And the empath in me is like, oh my gosh, that's so sad if someone isn't behind someone. And what ends up happening is Grayson, you would think that Pepe, even though he said he wasn't into her, you would think that Pepe would still go behind her just to be like nice, but he doesn't go behind her. Who did he go behind? Do you remember?
You went behind Taylor, and I was so shocked because, like, I thought he was going to go behind TJ, but he goes behind Taylor.
I would actually think that he'd go behind TJ too.
Yeah, or Austin, but he goes behind Taylor.
Yeah, that was like fucking weird to be honest. But I think it's because they knew that Taylor really did like Clark. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so
But so did Iris and TJ, so it's like, what the heck?
Yeah, and poor Grayson, I felt so bad for her, but thank goodness for Elon because he literally goes behind her. And then poor Austin, like he's an OG and no one went behind him except Alandria.
Yeah,
and like,
that's why Alandria like is the best for that because you know what? It's like this is my friend. This is someone that I've been standing behind, and like obviously she's not gonna go behind any of them. And she like was like, I'm not just going behind Andrenia because she's a girl. Like I'm gonna go behind someone that like I actually like love and is my friend here. And she went behind him, and I was so happy.
This is like not normal for OGs to like not have people behind them, and it's crazy because they seem to really like Austin in the house. So for no one to go behind him, like it literally probably validated for him, like that the men were like, just in that little clique. But like that was so nice of Alandria, so nice of Elon to make sure no one felt left out because that would have been so shitty.
Yeah, I agree.
So
it was a very close one in the beginning, and then in the very end, it was like Taylor.
Well, here's what was the shadiest thing ever. Yep. Cierra literally is best friends with Alandria, and she could have went behind anyone. And at the end, she's the final vote. She goes behind Taylor. Now, why the fuck would you go behind Taylor?
Even if like you wanted Taylor to stay, you could have just went behind like TJ or another person, not Andrenia, because then
break the vote, like kill the vote, whoever
kill
like
the
is
vote.
Like, please,
yeah, and then make yourself look like a good friend. What's wrong with you?
Be politically correct. Go where Alandria went.
And she said something so stupid like, "Oh, I did it for Nick." Like he was gonna stay no matter what. If you didn't have to show that, you didn't have to show your boyfriend that you were like loyal to him.
But this is what I mean when I tell you guys, like it's like a whole game thing. I don't know, like it's all just a game. But following that happening, you guys, Ace is dead ass dying. Shelly's like, I just don't get it. But then you guys.
But then Shelly acts like she doesn't care. But you know what's crazy about them too is like this made them like just be like cool again and like.
Oh my God, Chantal, I was just gonna say that.
And no, it made them cool again without even discussing things. It's like no, like let's actually see you guys discuss the things you guys keep talking about in your confessionals. Like Shelly, really say to him like, why haven't you closed it off with me? Why haven't you been doing this to me? Like, why do you keep coming after me for this? Like, really, let's get to the bottom of it instead of just saying like, oh, like we're in the bottom. Like, let's be cool now. Like, let's make sure we're good now so America likes us again. It's like America doesn't like us fighting. It's like no, America doesn't like you guys.
I don't know how there are some people who don't see the manipulation with Ace and even Shelly. Like I'm not even buying it with Shelly anymore. And you guys know that for literally the first 2 weeks, I was like, Shelly is everything. But I'm so fucking sorry for them to have went the way it did during the mail challenge to them not talking, her being so frustrated, him acting like they're done, to all of a sudden just being good. Are you joking? If you guys don't see they're playing a motherfucking game, because here's how they look at it. This is why I don't like them knowing what America thinks about them, because the last time they thought that they were the top 3, America voted to save them. So they were like the top 3 America favorite. Then all of a sudden they're the bottom 3 and they're both thinking like, fuck, it's because like how we're fighting. So now they're like, to get in America's good graces, like, let's just be good. Are you kidding me? This is all a fucking game. Like you guys, he's 22, Shelly. He is 22. So
And it was funny how like they were making it like, I mean, good for Shelly. Actually, she's like, I know who I am. I know who the villa knows who I am. So like, I don't really care. But it's like, okay, deep down you care. Like, so in other challenges, when when people find out what America thinks, they start crying, because it's just like a blow to the face a little bit. Like that was a big blow. You went to the number 1 spot, and everyone said yeah to you having to go to the number 9 spot and stand there. How is that not crazy to you?
So Chris mentioned, by the way, he's like, I'm really like shocked Iris didn't leave. And you know what? I'm kind of with him. Like, I would leave if I felt such a strong connection. And were you surprised?
You guys, yeah, because you guys like also like people who are newer to watching the Love Island, like that has happened multiple times. Like at this point, we're 8 days away. If your connection leaves, you're going with them. You're saying bye. I have nothing more to do here. You guys have fun. I'm going with this person.
I was happy that Austin and Jalen got to leave together. I feel bad for her. She seemed nice. Like, I feel bad that she didn't get to. And Brian was about to explore her too. Jaden, sorry. So they, in this episode,
still thinking about Jalen.
Oh my God, I love Jalen. I swear. So you guys, in this episode, of course, again, we found out that Amaya is voted number 1 for everything. Ace's face, like he was shook, disgusted. I'm sure he was probably thinking maybe that's why I'm voted at the bottom. But that goes to show you what kind of piece of shit he is. All of a sudden, you guys, after Zach said he never wanted to kiss her and Amaya made him uncomfortable, all of a sudden he starts speaking highly of Amaya and he now F's with her heavy. And I'm like, I cannot with this fake ass season. I cannot.
Dude, and then Elon, like, where the hell did he come from? Like, when did he even have a connection? The only one that like is genuine was Chris, like, because like he like even after the challenge was just like, or even after that like meal challenge, he said to her like, I'm Latino too, like I'm used to these girls, like I'm used to you guys expressing your emotions, I love it, keep doing you. Like he's the only one that was being genuine, but like where the hell did Elon come from as well?
I know,
it's embarrassing.
Alandra talks about how backstabbed she felt with Cierra, and Sierra's like, oh, well, it's just because Nick did it. And it's like, girl, bye. The reason you did that is because you looked at Iris and TJ as competition. Iris was voted the top 3 girls while you were not voted that. And you're looking at it like, shit, if she's voted the top 3, her and TJ might beat me. So instead, I'm going to go behind and make sure Taylor, who's voted at the end, who was at the end, bottom 1, him and his girl, they have no chance of winning. So because they have no chance of winning, that is why I'm going to support them. And Cierra is very much like a politically correct girl. And clearly not actually with her racial slur, but like she in the show, like a lot of people say, even on TikTok, like she always like tries to have the right answer. And like, I don't know, like, see, Chantal, I clocked her from day 1 and you were like, I love her.
No, I still do. No, like, I don't think that. Like, I just think she's very like, she's not like unreal in the sense of like, oh, there's no one like her. It's like a lot of people are like her, but like, I just liked her like vibe. Like, I just liked how she's free spirited, how she talked. I liked how she gives good advice. Like, I liked her.
Yeah. How about Pepe asking Iris if he wants to sleep with her? Like TJ just left 1 hour ago.
Literally, but I kind of
just said us staring at each other, Chantal.
I was like into it.
I know, me too. Like they do look good together, but I was like, damn, TJ really liked her. So it's messed up. So Huda says there was a time where she was broke as shit as a kid. She was telling Chris this, and it made me think about the rumors of her being a stripper.
I know, but that's so crazy though.
I know.
Like, do you think at one point, like the way she makes it, like she's really close to her mom. Like I was going to say, like being Middle Eastern, like, do you think her parents disowned her for a second? Like when she had the kid?
I think so.
Yeah. And then she had to come back to them later when they started like loving the baby.
Out of wedlock, you guys, do you know what our parents would do to us?
But I can see literally that where they would like disown me and then all of a sudden they like love my child so much and then they bring me back.
Amaya is sweet, by the way. Like, this is why she is a good person, because like,
I know, but you guys, this is not a popularity contest.
No,
like, yeah, she's a good person. Like, she's gonna come out. There's a poppy drink, Amaya papaya for her. Like, good for her. I'm so happy for her. But like now I see this little connection with her, Brian, which makes me happy. But like before this, like, no, like this is not a popularity contest. Like, she's a great friend. Cool. Let's go on Friendship Island and like you can win it.
And here's the thing, she doesn't even need the show. She'll be like Jalen, where she'll walk out, have 1 million endorsements, and
she's gonna be she's gonna be the richest and the most popular one. And then like
exactly, she's being pulled back staying there.
Yeah, she has the face card. Like when you were talking about face card, like she's gonna literally be a model after the show.
Yeah,
especially when people can like do everything for her. She's literally gonna be the model.
Yeah, but like Amaya, like I don't know, just but it goes and shows her character, how she went and she was the only one to check on Clark.
Of course, to me, she's always been like a great friend, always. Like even when like remember when what's his name did that thing to Hannah, the first guy that Hannah was with, Charles, what's his name?
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, and she's like, no, like she's always been a girl's girl.
Yeah.
The Abercrombie Kids Summer Sale is in full swing, with up to 50% off select styles for the season. Summer plans, vacation, and camp days are all covered with new dresses, shorts, tees, and swim. Abercrombie Kids has the summer staples they need and the looks that they want to wear. Shop in-store, online, or in the app. Offer applies to select styles as indicated. Discount applied at checkout online.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for a Big Mac or drop a crispy fry between the car seats or use your McDonald's bag as a placemat, then that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
How do you top your love for your cat? With a cascade of decadent savory gravy over a mouth-watering mousse pâté. Fancy Feast gems. 2 gourmet pâtés in one convenient pack. Simply peel and plate to reveal a pyramid shape that makes eating delightful and pamper her with an experience as extraordinary as she is. Turn the everyday into the extraordinary with Fancy Feast gems.
Hey, this is Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast, here to help you make the most of your summer with Michelob Ultra, a superior light beer worth playing for. Play for it with the guys when you're competing to see who can sink more birdies on the golf course, because winning tastes even better with Ultra on the line. Play for Ultra. Fill your fridge with Michelob Ultra this summer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Everyone who works at Starbucks, full or part-time, gets stock in our company simply for being part of our company. That's why we call our employees partners, because when Starbucks succeeds, our people do too. And that success turns into down payments, family vacations, and so much more. At Starbucks, benefits like company stock are just the start. Learn more about how we support partners at starbucks.com/partners.
Today's top story, the flavor merger of the century between the Peanut Butter Group and Chocolatey Corp. Joining me is a PBC executive.
Thanks for having me, Barry.
Now, how did you know the merger and the byproduct of it, Jif peanut butter and chocolate flavored spread, would be a success?
You know, it was a gut feeling, a rumbling, if you will. Besides, they're 2 titans of taste.
Very true. Goes great with pretzels.
And pancakes.
Apples too, I bet. Try Jif PBC today.
Learning through play starts with Lego Duplo. With Lego Duplo, toddlers can develop real-life skills while having fun with colorful bricks made just for them. Large, easy to grip, and safe to explore. When children express themselves with Lego Duplo, they build patience, problem-solving, and empathy. See your child learn perseverance and self-expression with everything they imagine and create. Visit lego.com/preschool to learn more.
Shop 4th of July savings at the Home Depot right now and get up to 40% off, plus up to an extra $600 off select appliances with free delivery, like Samsung. From all-in-one washer dryers to smart refrigerators, upgrade to tech you can trust with Samsung appliances. The Home Depot has what you need to simplify your routine. Don't miss 4th of July appliance savings at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid June 18th through July 9th. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Living with schizophrenia isn't easy, especially when you're not getting relief from some of your symptoms. It can be hard when you're still dealing with symptoms, like hearing voices or seeing things that aren't there. And negative symptoms, like feeling unmotivated or avoiding social situations. If this sounds familiar, it might be time to talk to your healthcare provider and explore a different kind of schizophrenia treatment. Discover your possibilities at treatingscz.com.
No matter how you travel, it's good to have a plan. Some people plan every minute. No sleep, bus, museum, another museum. While others only plan to take it day by day. When it comes to your finances, a plan is just as important. You can count on Credit Karma to give you the insights you need to understand your options, so you can take charge of your financial path and find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. karma you can count on. Download the app today.
Oh, tasty high note. Oh, hi, don't mind me. I'm practicing my new baritone sax. I just heard PayPal's paying for people's stuff every day for 100 days, and there's 10 million up for grabs. All you have to do is use PayPal checkout online. So there's never been a better time to buy a few things off the old wish list. Like this leaf blower! PayPal could pay for your purchase. The Great PayPal Checkout.
No purchase necessary ends July 18th. See official rules at paypal.com/thegreatpaypalcheckout/terms. Participating merchants only must use PayPal checkout online. Coverage of up to $100 and eligible purchases per card.
This episode is brought to you by Blink, an Amazon company. Think you're ready for Prime Day? With up to 50% off Blink Smart Security, you will be. With crisp HD video, real-time alerts, and two-way talk, you'll know the moment your packages arrive. Save big on Blink Smart Security, starting at just $19.99 with the Blink Mini 2 plug-in camera. Shop now at amazon.com/blink.
I feel like when Shelly makes Ace breakfast, it's all motive. Like, how do you go from where you guys were to completely moving on? And Shelly says she doesn't want to explore anymore. And he's like, I appreciate it. He's 22. And what does I appreciate it mean? Never once did he respond and say, I feel the same exact way. I don't want to explore. He said, I appreciate it. So I don't even know if they're fucking closed off at this point. But Ace defenders, what is wrong with you? What are you guys not seeing this? Are you guys not seeing this? I just don't understand.
And when was she even exploring things? Like, she didn't even have one conversation with Chris the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, but the way she acted in the challenge was like a lot.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, it's just crazy.
So it's challenge time, and I don't even know what the hell this challenge is, but Zach picks Amaya to be his wing woman. Then he kisses her at the challenge, and it seems so forced. And I guarantee Amaya low-key sees exactly what he's doing. And during the challenge, like, you talk about when you crash out, and Pepe is so cute because he was like, I crash out every time someone leaves. And I thought that was like such a cute answer. And then he picks Iris for a kiss. And honestly, I'm obsessed with this match. I'm obsessed with it. And they're just like cute.
They're really cute together.
Yeah. And you guys, as they were doing these crash out challenges, do you ever have those days where you have zero energy and don't want to do shit? And then it's like, imagine being on the show and you're like, bro, I don't feel like doing this, and feel like cheering you on. And Love Island producers are like, you have to do this. And you're like, oh my God.
But I almost feel like the challenges for them like give them so much energy though, because like you could tell the mornings where like someone's just laying out and it's like, no one talks to me. Like, I don't want to do this shit. But like when they finally get that text, it's probably like, oh my God, thank God, something to do.
I know. So Elon picks Iris for a kiss, and I swear she looked disgusted while she kissed him. He then said, do you remember that?
Yeah, I did, but like, it's funny because like I think like, do you think Elon's cute?
I actually thought he was so cute when he did his hair that way.
Yeah, like I don't think he's like that bad. So I'm like, why did she look so disgusted?
I know. Like, even with Jack's hair, Jack has very curly hair like that. When it's like in front of his face, I don't like how it looks. But when his hair like is to the side and I brush it to the side, like his face comes out more. And I'm like, you are the cutest baby ever. I mean, he's still cute regardless. I'm just saying it does make a difference. Like, hair makes a difference, But anyways, so she does say that she prefers Pepe over him, and I would just be so fucking over kissing as people, especially in a gross way. Like, I'd be like, bro, my mouth doesn't want to move anymore. Ryan picks Amaya for a kiss, and I was so happy about that. And I love that she acknowledged, like, where she was like, Mom, close your eyes during this kiss, because it's like, thank you. Like, we have one like normal person who like realize that their parents are watching. And so I was like, that just like normalized the shit out of her. Because at the end of the day, like, these are someone's children. And you guys say what you want. I would die seeing my kids doing this. Die.
But people like love it. Like, they like low-key love it.
Who loves it? Parents?
Yeah, like they like, I mean, these parents have been ever, but like every time we see those parents come or like the screen, they're like, I'm so proud of you, blah, blah, blah,
Well, I mean, I would be proud. I mean, I don't know if I would say I'd be so proud of you, but I would say I miss you so much.
Yeah, but they all say like, I've been so proud of you. You've been killing it. Like, they're all so supportive.
So throughout
this bunch, you're right. Like, this bunch has really been
right.
crazy.
No, it's very scary. Throughout this episode, every time Iris and Pepe are together, Cierra is low-key lurking and just like looking, and she is coming across as straight fucking hater, because in her eyes, As a game player, this is how she's thinking. Well, Pepe got voted #1 guy by America, and Iris got voted #2 girl by America. So if they both unite, that means we're fucked and they're going to win. And I'm like, I don't know if anyone else clocked it. Chantel's clearly distracted by Cierra, but I clocked that.
Okay. Well,
So
like a lot of game playing for Cierra that didn't really go in her favor.
I know. Zach backtracks to Amaya and he feels so calculated. And sweet Amaya apologized for yelling at him and telling him to shut the fuck up. And
That was nice because, like, I agree with that,
She starts breaking down for calling him those names. And then you see him give her a hug and say, like, like it's fine, blah, blah. And he wants to be so good with her. And you just see him lurking and just looking around to see if cameras are capturing it.
Why is this guy on our screen, you guys? Like, this is the most time too that like Casa Boys have been on our screen without having a connection. Like, why are we giving them even life?
I know. Cierra and Nick this entire episode gave me how Ace was over Jeremiah and how Nick was over Jeremiah too. The way that they were low-key panicking when Iris and Pepe talk. Keep in mind, like I just said, they know that America views them as a favorite, but like Nick's like, what do you think they're talking about? Like, what do you think? Yada, yada. And you could just tell that they were scared. Like, it was crazy. And
They
this
don't
is
think
when I
it's
was
just because
like,
they're
damn.
bored.
No, it was literally Chantel because it's all a game
But
to
you know
her.
what? But the one thing I will say is like when you watch back the episodes, like the couple that was always hanging out with each other was Iris and TJ, and then Cierra and Nick. Like they're always with each other, like them four talking, hanging out. So maybe it's because like they really liked Iris and TJ as a couple. So they're like, what are they going to be doing together?
That's nice of you to say that. That's not the case though, but thank you for like trying to be devil's advocate here. All right, let's go into episode 30, you guys. Very underwhelming episodes, very underwhelming.
No, probably the worst episode in Love Island history. Like pissed me off.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to watch. Like I probably did fast forward half this episode. Like what was this? How was
Me
I done
too.
before like 9
Me
o'clock?
too.
And it started at 8:32.
I would feel so claustrophobic in this villa. Like I would die. Even just being in the rooms. Yes. Like even being in the rooms, like I would just feel so I was like, dude, I'm ready to go
The
home.
beach is right there.
What beach? They don't go on it. They don't even swim in the pool. Like I'm good.
They get one day off that they usually get to go to the beach.
I will say I respect Taylor so much because he literally does not care what America thinks. He's crazy about Clark. That's all that matters.
He's obsessed. No, like he's literally obsessed with this woman. Like, what did she do? She like stigmatized him.
So Chantel, someone came out on TikTok and
no more.
Yep, he has. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, it was the man with the accent. And the man said, because people are like, how is this not getting pushed out? And he's like, maybe it's my accent. So he's like, I am new to Love Island. Like, I haven't watched it. I saw something on TikTok and I was like, wait, I know this guy. And he's talking about Taylor. And he was like, just so you guys know, like, Taylor is not fully straight. And he's like, I got with him. And there were like many people in the obviously this is just like what this man said. I will say this didn't look like someone who was like trying to be famous like or anything. Like he was just like, I was like just genuinely shocked when I saw it. And God, I wish I saved the video. And he was like, and then people in the comments went crazy and they were like, you shouldn't like out someone if they don't want to be out, like you shouldn't do that, yada, yada. And everyone's just like going crazy about it. And so I like, keep in mind, you guys, this is not the first time. Another man came out and said, I'm not going to out someone because like, I know how that feels. Like I am gay. I'm not going to do that. And he's like, but he basically does out it. He's like, someone on the OG cast is definitely not fully straight. And he's like, cause I got with him. And a lot of people were like, oh my God, who could it be? Who could it be? And some people were like saying like, what if it's Austin? Cause Austin like plays around too much. And I think like, that's really like, and some people were saying Taylor. But with what this guy said and the other guy said, like, that's kind of crazy.
It's crazy because like that's never been a part of the storyline. Like example, Shelly came out right away in the beginning was like I'm bisexual, so it's like if he.
But they never like focused on it or anything.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying like so like if girls came out and said, "Oh, I hooked up with Shelly," where it's like, "Oh, we all know she's bisexual, so who cares?" So like it's crazy because he never came out and said that. But like it's like okay, if he is and he is, and like hopefully he has a private conversation with Clark and tells her.
Yeah.
Because like, how do you not think that these people are going to come out? Like, do these people, maybe like these people are delusional and didn't really like know how Love Island is, but they should have, because last season was just as crazy. Like, everyone comes out of the woodwork. So it's like, if you have a pass, it's going to be shown.
Yeah. Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, whatever, it is what it is. I just think like, I hope he's being honest. Like, if he's bisexual, cool. Like, I hope he's honest with her. I think if he's just gay though, and he's playing this game, like, I'm gonna be pissed.
But yeah, and I feel like if you are though, like you should be telling your partner that.
For sure. No, I think that's something you definitely have to discuss with them. I don't think he has to tell us though.
Right, exactly. I agree. Like, in private or whatever. But like even before though, like I don't know. Like these are things that I would want to know. And like if I did that, I would want to tell someone. So
for sure.
By the way, Austin, like when he left the show, I want to talk about real quick. Oh my God, I forgot. Andrenia. She has gotten so much shit since leaving the show, which I'm happy that she left the show, because you guys, she was the most underwhelming person ever to come on the show. Like every guy was obsessed with her until they weren't, and no one cared about her. I've never seen that with a bombshell that like everyone's
obsessed with her until she talked.
So like someone had commented and they were like talking about her and how dare she go and say that Jeremiah love bombed her. And she's like, I never said Jeremiah love bombed me. Those words never came out of my mouth. Ace asked if he came on strong, not if he love bombed. I said yes, because Jeremiah showed interest in me right away, which I liked. It wasn't negative at all. That's how I interpreted the question. And my intention was never to help Ace prove a point. He was literally the reason Jeremiah went home. Ma'am, like, I'm glad that you're saying that, but you could have clarified. You're like, yeah, like you like, no. I'm so sorry. Cause if that was me, how I would have responded and was like, yeah, but I think it's because he knew what he wanted. And so did I. And I went in for Kes, like, at least explain something. But you did prove Ace's point, and that's how Ace felt. So
yeah. And he came at you so hard, like, oh, how I'm gonna prove it? Like, okay, didn't he do this to you? And I've been like, no, he didn't do it to me. We both had a very crazy connection with each other.
So people in the comments on TikTok asked Austin like how tall Ace is, and he's like 5'6" on a good day. And he reposted this literally montage of Ace like by every woman where like Maya's like I'm 5'2", and then you see Ace right next to her, and he's literally like 2 inches taller than her, and like literally just like the montage of it, he like reposted it on purpose. Jeremiah on the other hand is like he's like super like classy, but like I think Austin is just like being bitter and salty because like he was like because Ace like tried to clock him.
Yeah, no, Austin was the first one to always have said it from the start. Like these guys are mean boys. Like he's always said it, so like he has no problem making it that his personality and being like, I saw it this way and I'm still gonna think this way. And it's like so amazing for some of them to come out of the villa and like get this validation that it's like, dude, I wasn't crazy. Like I felt this way in America. Like I'm so happy for Austin to come out and for him to see like everyone being like, hell yeah, they were rude,
Right. Yeah. So yeah, so that was just like funny because he's like savage, but Jeremiah was like asked and he's like, listen, like he's like, I'll say that I think the memes are hilarious, but I myself am not going to talk about his height.
Yeah, Jeremiah is very classy.
I love him. So you guys, I'm watching this episode and you see Nick, and Nick is like talking about Cierra, and I'm thinking like, oh, look, he's already over her because he's playing a fucking game. Like, I don't even know. All of a sudden I have to rewind 3 times because I'm like, wait, I'm not processing what the fuck just happened. Where's Cierra? Like, wait, did he just say Cierra left? They kicked out Cierra. And
They've
shocked.
Never done this late. Never, ever, 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 ever.
Yes. So I will say social media was raging. Social media was raging like that she deserves to be kicked out if Yelissa got kicked, or what's her name? Yelissa got kicked out.
Yelissa got kicked out. But listen, like I agree. Like there should be some sort of like, for sure, like if you do X, Y, and Z, you're getting kicked out. But it's like we're 8 days away, and I don't know. It's hard to say because like I do think like everything should be fair, but also like for the Yelissa situation, it was like 2 days in. Like who cares? Like it's not that big of a deal. But for someone to have played this whole show and then now she's getting kicked out, it's kind of a lot. It's kind of crazy.
By the way, Ariana, like on Saturday's episode was like, stop the harassing, like enough. Like, it's like, she is like so fed up, but listen, I completely understand why they would, but I feel like either they break it down or they give her an opportunity to speak on it while she's at the villa. But I think that would obviously distract quite a bit of things. But you guys, Nick should have left with her. You have 1 week left. If you guys are closed off and official, then what the actual fuck? Why would you not leave with her?
Like the what the F Cierra leaving, what the F that Nick is still there being able to talk about it with anybody, and the what the F of us not even seeing like the breakdown of the girls. We know the girls went crazy and they're like, we're crying. And like, that's how you know, like everyone was like probably so off that day. And like all we see is Amaya talking to boys because that's all that was like present and happening because everyone was pissed.
Well, so I saw a video of Yelissa. Her and JD just did like this like mall appearance, but I saw this video and she was like, I know you guys are asking me like how I got told like I'm leaving. And she's like, they literally like called me to the side and she's like, you need to go. And she's like, I thought it was like my family. And then they kind of like explained what it was and that was it. And then, obviously the Islanders like heard that it was something personal. But that's what she said.
So, like, do you think right now none of the Islanders know it's something like that? So they think that maybe something happened to Cierra's family, and so that's why Nick is still there. Like, Cierra didn't get a conversation with Nick and say, Nick,
no,
stay.
I don't think Cierra got a conversation with Nick at all.
That's disgusting, though. I would literally, you guys, if I was Nick, I think Nick even staying even for an ounce of a minute is wild.
That's what I'm saying, Chantel. That's why I'm like, he's the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about him and Olandra. I don't care about any other connection. You are literally a piece of shit. You closed it off with her in there. That literally means basically a boyfriend or girlfriend. And you just allowed her to leave and you're still in the villa and you only have 1 week left. What connection are you going to form?
Exactly. And that's how you know he's playing a game. Just like you said, 1 week left. He was closed off with Cierra. Why would you not leave? Like you're now staying and then you're going to waste Olandria's time. And Olandria deserves much better. Like I know some people shipped Olandria and Nick, but like, okay, clearly no, Nick's not going to be with her at the end. And if Nick could close off with someone and then they leave, he doesn't know the reasoning for leaving and he doesn't leave with the woman with 1 week left. How do you not look at him and be like, okay, you were here for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Like you were literally here to form a friendship and that's it.
Even like this whole Landra thing, it's like she hasn't really formed much of a connection either. So it's like, why are any of you guys here if there's no connections? Like, I don't think these bombshells are gonna walk in and you're gonna be like, I'm in love with you after 5 days. No, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And again, it leaves us with literally nobody, you guys. We literally have nobody to vote for.
What did Ace say?
Oh, you guys, this is when, okay, like I know Roxanne's a Ace hater, but like, no, this is when I'm the Ace hater. We see a scene and again, like you could tell like, the vibes are just very low in the villa and, he's sitting next to Shelly and he's like, I've been having a great morning. And it's like, really? Yeah, you're having a great morning because Cierra just left and your biggest competition just walked out the door with them. So he's like on cloud 9 because he knows the only other person that has a connection is him and Shelly.
Which tells you what a piece of shit he is. Because why would he be in such a great ass mood when his number one best friend's girl just got kicked off the show and now Nick has to scramble and start all over? Like the thing is, Ace thinks he's on top because he's never ever looked at Taylor as a competition, just basically his B word. And like with Nick, he kind of looked at him as a competition that they might win over us.
Well, yeah, because 2 OGs.
Yeah, and he's not the type who's like, that's my boy as long as one of us win. No, he's like a hater. So I don't know. And of course, Ace and Shelly, they start talking about Cierra leaving and what's going to happen. And Ace is just smirking about it because he's like, we're close to winning. But, no matter what, you guys, I will never believe this relationship because not one night have these two made out at night, kissed and cuddled. Not once. They both just go to sleep. They don't even cuddle. They don't even make out with each other under the blankets. Like this relationship is not fucking real.
Yeah, you know what? Like that is so true because I was gonna say maybe they're just like they made that pact because like sometimes they're shy, but it's like not one night that you guys were like, ooh, I'm feeling a little like frisky here. Like let's just make out. How?
Yeah, Zach is such a loser. He's like,
no, but don't even give him screen time.
Right?
Like do not give him screen time right now, even with my ears. Like do not.
Yeah, because you know what he did. He told Amaya he still has feelings for her. Like
no, do not.
I can't. Oh my goodness.
Someone woke up?
Yep, someone just woke up.
Wait, let me guess.
No, it was Charlie. How did you
I was gonna say Charlie.
Sloan woke you up? See, this is the worst thing about putting them in a room together. Putting them in a room together has been my biggest nightmare because like when one wakes up, they wake up the other one. And then literally they come in my bedroom with a sleeping bag because like we are done letting them sleep in our bed. So like, even though at like 4 a.m. I'll like see them in my bed. So we say, if you're going to come to my room, you're going to sleep in a sleeping bed, in a sleeping bag, because like you guys need to stop this.
Great job, Roxanne. Applause. I'm so proud of you.
Well, I'm just over it and my back hurts. I'm getting old.
Yeah, like you need a good sleep to be a good mom and a good, person the next day. So like if your kids want to feel safe, heck yeah, come next to me, but on the floor.
Yep. So now I'm back in their room and they're in my room. So I just can't. I just can't because I don't want them to hear this, obviously. But I know we're about to wrap up anyways. But yeah. So okay, Chantal doesn't want to talk about Zach.
No, I'm not talking about Zach. I'm so sorry.
Nick trying to bring back Allandria up. At the end of the day, Allandria to me deserves way better than Nick. So it's like, just go home. Like, you need to go home.
And you know what? It's like you guys. This is the funny part. It's like you guys literally made out with with all of us on the screen watching, and you guys basically the next morning came and said like, oh, like that wasn't what I wanted. Like I was thinking about Cierra the whole time, and she was like, I was thinking about Taylor the whole time. So like at this point, why would anything have changed after like 4 days of this? Like what has changed? And now you're not going to think about Cierra, and you're now not going to think about like maybe someone else or like think like there's even a connection here. Like why are we even trying?
You
like,
guys,
what is the reason for you to stay another 7 days? Like, aren't you sick of Fiji? Like, just go home.
You guys, I just started sweating because I was like distracted with what you were saying because Charlie and Sloan followed me to get the pillow from their room. Then Jacob heard them, came upstairs and is like telling them, why are you guys awake? And they're like all like fighting each other in front of me. And I just started sweating and I'm like, dude, okay. No, but I agree with you. But at the end of the day, like, just like how they don't know why Cierra left the show, Allandria, like, but you know what? Actually, Allandria, yep, this is, you know what? That's Cierra's karma. You know what? Actually, never mind. I was going to say Allandria. I thought Cierra was your friend, but Cierra, I thought you were Allandria's friend, and you went fucking right behind Taylor for no reason.
But to be fair, like Allandria started it and wasn't fair in the beginning. She made out with her man.
Yeah, I guess. But you know what? But Cierra never confronted her. She acted fine about it. That's her problem.
Yeah.
I'm just honestly like shook they took her out, you know. And then the only couple who were closed off, and then Nick stays like, I don't know. This is all a game. This is all a game. This is not how it works.
It's just so crazy. It's like they need to make a rule, like, and like let everyone know that like if there's any racial slurs, you're gonna get kicked off. But it's like, is that even a real thing? Like, has that been done before? Like, why are they making it? Why is America making it? It is a big deal, but like people have these crazy pasts. Let's crucify them when they come out. Like, why are they getting kicked off the show?
Yeah,
like, is it because we don't want them to have followers? And don't follow them. Literally, don't follow them. If you don't like how they are with people and like they do shitty things and they said a bad word, unfollow them. You don't have to be friends with them, but like they're on this show and like we like they should have the right to continue and like let's see what happens.
Oh my gosh! So Huda has this like subscriber thing, and she has 200,000 people subscribed to her, and it's like a chat. And someone on TikTok went like live to show the chat. And these are all Gen Z guys. These are all like, oh my gosh, I'm no offense to our Gen Z viewers, but like I'm sorry, like this is
they're more investigators. They're the biggest sleuths.
So yes. So the Gen Z in the chat,
they need jobs.
Yeah, they're like that. You know what the problem is? It's because I think that they will not like have serious jobs because you can make so much money on social media if you do like blow up. They don't care if like right now, like if let's say they had a serious job and then the job like was like, wait, why are you on social media doing all this? Just like how like Cierra like is on this and it's like, why would you post that? You know what I mean? So they would get canceled, like, or they would get fired or whatever it is because you're representing the company kind of. But so in this chat, they were like, dude, we need to get Huda to 2 million followers. I just bought her 20,000 followers. Who's going to buy her the next 20,000 followers?
Damn, that's crazy. People are buying her followers. I didn't know she had that many fans like that.
I mean, if you go on TikTok, Chantal, they're all like obsessed with Huda. What do you mean?
Oh my God, I know, but like, damn, put your coins to something else, guys. There's like floods happening in Texas. There's like other things happening.
Oh my God, don't even talk to me about that, Chantal, because I will literally die just because like I the amount of like sadness I have felt for those children and then putting myself in their shoes and like, oh my gosh, we're not even talk about it, but just know that we are praying for all those families.
Yes, and just know that there's better money to be spent than Huda's follower count, okay?
So then it's recoupling time, and basically exactly what we thought was going to happen happened. So I don't even
Fast forward.
Yeah. Nothing happened. Amaya, the only thing was like, who is Amaya going to choose? Because like she was like, 3 guys want me. And like, oh my gosh, Ace and Shelly's speech pissed me off though. And Amaya like picked Brian, which is like a valid, thank God that she found Brian. So who are you rooting for right now that you think has a realistic chance of winning?
I mean, realistically, like I really think the only people that have a genuine connection are Taylor and Clark. And I
But
mean,
they're not
as much
going to win.
I know, but as much as we hate Ace and Shelly, like they have been the constant. And then maybe like we can all try to get Iris and Pepe to be, in because we like her. But unless we see more happening with Amaya and
If
what's his
Brian
name?
goes all in,
Brian.
Amaya and Brian are winning.
Yes. Oh, and like, you know what? Like I like Huda and Chris together. So I just don't love Huda, but I like Chris. Like Chris is like such an outstanding man to me. And like I'm attracted to him, watching him speak, watching him to talk, like everything about him. So I don't know. There's just like not that many like strong connections though.
Yeah.
Like they're puppy love right now. Like no one's, you guys, at this point, people would be calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend. People would be closing it off like inside and outside the villa. People would be saying like, I love you. Sometimes that is said on the show at this time. So it's just crazy that like no one is even closed off because the one couple that was closed off, Cierra left.
Yeah. It's so crazy. I don't know how much we are going, like, I know that we're going to recap Love Island, obviously, but like, I don't know if we're going to, let's see if, unless it's a good episode, because today's episode is so boring, just like the people that are there right now. And then having to face this Nick Alandria stuff. Like, I want Alandria, even though I know Love Island gave her someone, give her another person, because this Nick Alandria stuff, like, there's no way I could fucking watch this.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's just no way.
Do you not think they're not going to do movie night?
I know, like, what's going on? I don't know what they're going to do anymore.
Like it's just like Cast and More. It's a staple. Movie night's a staple. So the fact that they won't, and you guys, even if they do, it's like they took everyone out to even have the drama. So like, what are they?
Exactly. It's not even tight. Movie night would be crazy if Jeremiah was still there.
Yeah,
Movie
or even
night
Austin.
would be crazy if Austin was there, because Ace would go off on Austin. So like, movie night would have been so freaking crazy. Even if Andreina was there, because if she was still there, Huda would be like, what the fuck? Why are you going and like switching up my conversation or exaggerating how I moved or all that stuff? No one is there. So movie night is not going to be tight at all.
Yeah.
So we will see. But you guys, this week we will be covering Miami, and we will be covering Orange County. We are in a lot of the first episodes. So make sure you guys are watching. If you're on our Patreon, we'll be live chatting on there. And then we'll have an episode immediately after on Thursday.
Yes. I mean, I have my last class, but I'm going to be watching half live.
Okay, Chantal.
It's my last one. I can't miss it.
Well, I think that's all we have. I want to try to get my kids back in their rooms.
Yeah, you do that.
I know. Thank you guys so much for listening. And we hope you guys had a good 4th of July weekend.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.